Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing Spirit's advice on how to navigate smoothly and quickly through this challenge. And to do this very important reading, we are going to be picking 3 cards together. Actually, let me shuffle it one more time. We are going to be picking 3 cards for this reading for you to choose from. 1 and 2, and I feel this one, and 3. Lovely. Let's take a look and see what these cards are. So for pile number 1, you have energy of love. For pile number 2, you have make a change. And for pile number 3, you have simple pleasures. Wonderful. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. It's such a wonderful sight to see how the crystals are matching the card colors today. So beautifully. I feel it's so divinely guided. Let me introduce your crystals to you. So for pile number 1, we have the Amethyst, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the green Aventurine, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the Mookayte Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. Alright, so take a look at which one of these piles or crystals you're the most drawn to, and that is probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, just one or all of them, always trust your intuition. You'll be surprised at how by following your intuition, you will get your message. Whether it's just one or many, you'll always know this was a message that you're meant to receive. You'll be happy to receive it. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to the card picking and the shuffling process. I am your host, White Feather Tarot, and today we will be taking a look at Spirit's advice to you. On the left are the oracle decks that we will be using, and on the right are the tarot decks. Welcome to this process, and let's get straight to it. All right, so, oh yes, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, they are always down in the description box. So, the intention that we're setting for this reading, for any decks that we use, is that we want to know what is Spirit's advice for you in terms of how to navigate smoothly and quickly through this challenge. Okay, so I see 1 and I see 3. Wonderful. Now let's get into the next oracle deck and pick out 3 cards. If you hear any background noise, as you may know by now, this is my dog. He always likes to stick around. Thank you guys for your comments and for your understanding with my dog. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Some of you even think his sounds are relaxing, almost like ASMR. It's so wonderful to hear that. And yes, some of you have asked me if I would share a picture of my dog, Mac. I do. I once shared his picture in the community tab post. Perhaps you would want to check it out if you want to know how Mac looks like. He's the sweetest dog ever in the world. And I love to learn about your furry babies as well. Love to know more about them. These stories really touch my heart. Okay, so your oracle decks, we have already, chosen your oracle cards. Let's now get into your tarot, and we will be taking out 2 cards from each of the decks that we use for the 3 piles. Okay, ooh, 2 and 2. Let's move on to the next deck. Okay, I feel like for these 2, yeah, 2. What is Spirit's advice on how to navigate smoothly and quickly through this challenge, please? Oh, pile number 3 has 3 cards. Moving on to the next deck. Ooh, the Emperor straight away. I kind of feel for the people watching the preparation pile. With the Emperor here, I feel like Spirit is already telling you, you will make everything, you will take everything into your own hands and everything will be under control. Such a beautiful message, isn't it? So sweet. It's like you're taking matters into your own hands, even now. Kudos to you. Really, good job. Good job. And you're listening to a reading about what you can do to further make it better, having an open heart to listen and an open mind, most importantly. Bravo, really. I really salute you. So, 2. I just admire everyone who has an open mind to listen, to see what they can do and enhance and improve their situations. I really, guys, you should be so proud of yourselves. So proud. The amount of people who unfortunately are not open to listen and change their circumstances. This is no criticism towards them ever. In fact, I know that everyone has a spiritual journey and may they heal. There's something that they're dealing with that you or anyone who has this broad mind is not dealing with. So we always have to remember that. But I'm just saying, kudos to you for having an open mind and an open heart to hear feedback on what you may want to do to move away from this challenge, overcome, navigate this challenge with ease and quickly. So 2. And 2. Right. I believe our 3 piles are now ready. Let's put them neatly together. All right, that's better. Let's move these here. That is pile number 1. Pile number 1 is now ready with the Amethyst. There we go. Pile number 2. Is ready with the green Aventurine. And pile number 3 is also ready with the Mookayte Jasper. And I believe your piles are now ready. Thank you for tuning in. This was your host, White Feather Tarot. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Amethyst as well as this beautiful card with energy of love. It says, behold the world through the eyes of love. Such a beautiful card. This is the Sufi oracle. Let's take a look at the rest of your card. This is the Ansari poem. Let's first see the rest of your cards. We'll take a look at your oracle cards first. So you have waxing air moon, of course, gibbous waxing air moon with promotion. Ooh, I kind of feel with the energy of promotion, either it is straight away a promotion coming to you, expect that, or something coming up, like you're being promoted energetically. I wonder what this has to do with navigating your through your challenge. We'll see, right? Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have my home is my castle. Okay, some elevation process happening here. You have, ooh, the elephant. I love the elephant energy, and it especially always reminds me of Ganesh. We'll get into it in a second, but first things first, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Four of Pentacles. Perhaps this is the selfish love that Ansari is referring to. Let's see. You have, because this is a Peruvian story of a selfish type of love, you have the Hermit. You have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Six of Swords. Ooh, the Two of Cups. You have the Chariot. I see that Spirit here is showing the energy of your connection between you and someone, pile number 1. I see the Two of Swords. And I see the King of Pentacles ending your reading. Very interesting reading indeed. I feel like I just mentioned, this energy of love, this pile speaks to me about your connection with someone, whether it's romantic or parental or friendship or even a work connection. It doesn't really matter, but this here discusses your connection between you and someone. Perhaps this connection is going astray, or there's real love between the two of you, but there's constant trouble maybe. And with Ganesh, we see an advice of going through this connection with wisdom, because it's a truly beautiful connection. In order to be promoted or to raise this connection, well, there's a need for introspect. In fact, this introspect, I feel, is provided in this reading. I mean, the wisdom to reflect on is being provided in this reading. I'll read you Ansari's poem. There are 4 lines, but they're just magnificent. It's a poem that explains the energy of love. This is a Sufi, Ansari is a Sufi poet. Let me read this poem to you. So, impoverished is the one who identifies the beloved with trade. Destitute is the one who wants the beloved for status or a sign of affluence. Foolish is the one who wants to keep the beloved only for the self. So I love when using this deck to open the poets and show it to you, the poems and show it to you. They are just beautiful. And I feel like here, this is the wisdom in terms of this beautiful connection. There needs to be a flow of energy. I feel like a spirit is advising you to navigate through in this connection with love, but one that is not dependent on trading, one that is not dependent on keeping, just like the Peruvian story here, being selfish with the love. One, most importantly, that is not dependent on attachment to keeping someone for themselves, to just let things flow and to enjoy the connection the way it's meant to be, is meant to flow for the moment. Pile number 1. Realize that this connection might not be perfect, and perhaps this is why you're going back and forth with the Two of Swords. Some things are beautiful and other things are just torturous maybe, or really is heavy on your back. And so I see Spirit telling you each one has a journey, just like the Hermit. Everyone has a spiritual journey. And we may not always be on the same level. We could be better in some aspects, and we need healing in others, and so on. And it's the same with the other person. And so the advice with this person here that you may have a bit of a challenge with is to navigate with wisdom, knowing, as you can see with the Two of Cups, there's a bad apple here, knowing that not everything is perfect, to set boundaries when you need to, but to accept that not everyone is on the same level, to not be attached to this person. When they're there, enjoy them. When they're not, let them go, and set proper boundaries of how you want them there, in a way that is not toxic to you, right? So set the boundaries, and from there let the energy flow. If they want to be there, great. If they don't, they don't. And for you, do what's right for you. Set the boundaries that are right for yourself, and just enjoy it the way it is meant to go for now. I see that this is the wisdom in terms of this specific connection. And this way you allow energy of love to flow into your life, which will really be benefiting to you, pile number 1. This sort of flow of energy, this non-attachment will be, not first of all, very healing, but most importantly, will allow you to vibrate high in the same vibrational frequency as love, allowing so many beautiful things in your life. Perhaps with this "my home is my castle," you'll be letting energy flow, will allow other beautiful, loving energy to flow into your life, right? And not accepting things might be keeping energy stuck, right? So the more you let the energy of love flow, the more you allow other beautiful things to come into your life, the more you allow your own vibrational frequency to raise, and you allow everyone to have their own spiritual path take its course, pile number 1. We can even see here with the King of Pentacles this idea of setting boundaries, but at the same time letting energy flow. And you will see sometimes you will be very close to each other, and other times there's this boundary and you're still in touch, but it's at an arm's length distance, and that's okay. Let it flow the way it's meant to flow. See what's right for you, do that, keep the boundaries, and let the connection continue to be the way it wants to be. Because we see here with the Peruvian story, this eagle condor who was passing by a lake or flying by a lake, saw a beautiful girl, fell in love with a girl. I think the girl fell in love with condor as well, but said she couldn't go off with him because she had to take care of her mother. And so Condor did not want to let her go and did not... yeah, we can see selfish love here, because even though she said she couldn't, Condor actually picked her up, took her to the sky, left her alone there, I think with Condor's mother, bringing food here and there. She was left all alone and crying and worrying about her mother. So we see, until she was saved. But we see the idea of selfish love. Not that we are selfish people at all. Sometimes when we love, we normally want to hold on to the people we love. There is nothing wrong with that. That's what love is all about, right? But we do see the contrast in Ansari's poem, explaining how foolish is the one who, let me check it. Foolish is the one who wants to keep the beloved only for the self. So the message here was quite coherent. It stood out for me. It's the idea of loving someone, appreciating someone, but all at the same time understanding that they are too on their own spiritual journey. Let them be, love them, appreciate them without any attachments or labels, unconditionally, but at the same time setting very clear boundaries. And this way, this connection heals, and with this promotion, it raises, your bond is created. Accept their level of love, but don't accept of course, the harm that comes. This is where the boundaries are set, but accept where they are now. Just let it be. Enjoy whatever is there. Let it flow. And I'm seeing for you either that this specific connection will be promoted or will grow, or that you will be promoted into a new beautiful relationship. Either way, we do see a new home for you. My home is my castle. We do see that there's energy of love flowing, with new unconditional love energy coming into your life that feels more like a home, that feels right, that feels really divine. This divine connection happening with you and someone else, whether this is romance or in general a connection that you have with someone, and you're looking to build that strong bond with either this person or someone else. Pile number 1. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out your tarot cards and I will ask 2 questions. First, how to navigate and apply this advice that we see here from Spirit to you, because this is a reading about how to navigate it smoothly and quickly. So that is an advice that will quickly move you out of this energy. And then I'm going to ask how this new love, whether it's with this person or another person, is going to be like once you allow the energy of love to flow. So first things first, can we kindly get more information on how pile number 1 can apply Spirit's advice, please, on their situation? Oh, thanks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So pile number 1, you have, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups. We see a really amazing combination here, quite opposite to from the Knight of Swords to the Queen of Cups, and it's a lovely combination really to what we were discussing here, but we get more information on how to apply it. You have the Moon, okay, the Two of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, of course. Okay, so pile number 1, realize let's keep this in the end here. Realize what's obvious here, that this connection might for a long time, until the other person or your situation, who knows, until things stabilize, whether they will or they won't. Realize that what you want from this person may stay the same way as it is. With the moon, this person may stay mysterious. With the Two of Pentacles, this person may continue to act in a wishy-washy way. So by accepting, internalizing, and realizing that this is the energy with this person, from this place, you can start taking different actions. Accepting that they may stay this way forever. Perhaps they'll go introspect and change. You never know. But at least for now, this is the energy. Secrecy and wishy-washy energy. And because of this energy, you don't want to keep yourself stuck with the Eight of Swords and sometimes feeling betrayed, or that your expectations weren't met with the Ten of Swords. And so you get into the cycle of feeling extreme pain and disappointment and feeling stuck, not knowing what to do. So I see Spirit telling you, take yourself mentally out of this energy, out of expecting that the wishy-washy behavior will change, that the secrecy will change, that things will get better. It's their spiritual journey. Let them go through it, accept it, and deal with it with proper boundaries. We see with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups, setting strong boundaries, being firm when things go wrong, but at the same time with the Queen of Cups, giving love and allowing grace in this connection, allowing things to happen with love. That happens by accepting that not everyone's perfect, that not everyone is going to act in according to your higher standards, the one you've worked hard to create. Everyone is on a different spiritual path, and there's not much that you can do that will change that unless the person wants to change that. So I see Spirit advising you to take yourself out of this vicious cycle, out of feeling disappointed and stuck, into setting strong boundaries but keeping the love flowing and letting the energy of love get into your life in general, experiencing love through other ways and other forms, maybe through this person or with another one. In all cases, let me remind you, pile number 1, with the energy of love that we saw here in this specific oracle card, as well as the gibbous waxing air moon, we see a certain promotion. You are entering a phase of your life where there is beautiful love or beautiful connection between you and someone, a strong, unconditional, divine bond. Look forward to that, pile number 1. Before we end, let's find out more about how this connection is going to be like. How are we not going to do that? Okay, let's now take a look at this connection. Let me shuffle this behind camera so that we don't waste your time. I'll be coming back. Right, can we kindly find out how this beautiful divine connection that is happening soon is going to be like, please? The one that is coming in a result of the flow of energy of love as one releases. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so pile number 1, you have the 4 of Swords. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. It's my favorite card in the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. You have the 2 of Swords. The Queen of Cups. The 8 of Pentacles. Ah, lovely. And the Knight of Wands. With the Knight of Wands, of course, straight away we see that this is going to be quite a passionate connection. This connection with the Four of Swords in conjunction to the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords looks exactly to me like this is coming in a time where you're not expecting it. So this connection here with the Four of Swords, you're maybe mourning the sadness of you're mourning the sadness of what happened in the past, of how your connections were like. The Two of Swords, you don't know what to do and you don't see anything on the horizon. Again, whether romance or what's the word called? There's a word for it. I can't remember. A non-romantic connection. All in all, this is someone who will fill your soul, coming as a surprise, not in a time where you expect it or see anything on the horizon for it. It's coming in a time where maybe you are still like, you know that the past has ended, but you're still healing from that time. So yeah, we see that this will be a great instant of luck for you, totally divinely guided. It's going to be passionate, whether romantic or not, a very passionate connection. Maybe romantic because I said romantic, who knows? I don't know. It's going to, of course, differ. This is a general reading. So it's going to be very passionate, very exciting, a lot of fun. And most importantly, with the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, I see that this is a connection with someone who's willing to work on making it grow, on working on themselves, working on the connection, taking feedback. This is mutual here. Both of you share grace, share love, share deep love and appreciation for each other. It's very romantic yet and very graceful, yet not yet, but I mean also along with that, it is also very mature in terms of both of you being responsible for making this work together, working on it every day to make it just right for the two of you. So this is what I see for your reading, pile number 1. I wish you all the best of luck with this wonderful, divinely guided person. May you heal your connection with the current person that is in your life. Whether this is a friend, a parent, a co-worker, or a lover, may you always have a wonderful life filled with the energy of love. And that was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell so that you're notified as soon as a video is uploaded. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but really it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. If you feel like this is something exciting, what you've been looking for, this book keeps to its promise, and you will find a link to this ebook down in the description box. Now there's an audiobook for it as well. And pile number 1, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. I feel gratitude that I was able to do this reading for you, and I wish you all the best of luck in your life. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful green Aventurine, as well as the card Make a Change. Very interesting. This is Hafiz's poem. This is a Sufi oracle. Let's take a look at that. I always like to read the very small poem that is related to the card to you. And let's see the rest of your cards first. So we have the gift. Quite interesting. I love that. It's like a gift that is divinely protected. I love that already for you, pile number 2. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, actually, this goes hand in hand with the message here. Okay. You also have the full moon in the fire element with recognition. Ooh, there's a lot of reds in your reading as well. So yeah, recognition is really the word here. Let's continue. So you have the moth, and it always reminds me, of course, with transformation, but kind of being impulsive or hasty. Let's see. You have the three of, oh, sorry. There we go. You have the 3 of Cups, right? You have, the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The Tower. Yes, this reading makes so much sense now. Yes. You have the Page of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. The King of Wands. And the 5 of Cups. So we can clearly see here with the 5 of Cups in conjunction to the power and all of this fire that we see in this specific King of Wands, that you're going through a transformational phase that is quite tough on you. Very challenging, pile number 2. It came all of a sudden. Perhaps there were many losses with the 5 of Cups. You're mourning the losses, the sadness. It burns your heart. And so we see a lot of change happening in your life that you find to kind of be entrapping you with the web, as I see here in the Wheel of Fortune. It might have had to do with people maybe, but not for all of you. It could be with the 3 of Cups. But all in all, with the gift and make the change, this change is coming as a gift to you. Let me share Hafiz's poem with you. I think it's very important in this reading. I love to read out the little poem along with the cards that come. So Hafiz says, this is a Sufi poet, by the way, says, if the foundation of your life falls apart, as we can see with the tower here, right? So sorry for the interruption. If the foundation of your life falls apart, do not take it into your heart, for it will harm your spirit and steal your joy away. Be happy. There is no need to suffer over gaining or losing things, for having is bound in time and will always be taken away. So we see the message here of acceptance and allowing change to happen, because change comes in full circle. It first goes down before it goes up again. And with change, change creates a direction or some sort of development that will move you to realize a future hope or a dream. So it may look like initially something that feels awful, that burns, that is unbearable, but overall it moves us into, it turns out to be a gift in disguise, pile number 2. With recognition, I feel here you're getting something actually. There's a gift on its way to you. But I see, despite the fact that there is something on its way and that we do have this, the Wheel of Fortune, I forgot the word, emphasizing that there is a new beginning, that your luck is about to change to something amazing. The message here is to not be attached to that. The message is to allow change to happen and to accept the change that happened, so that things never rob your joy away from you. Pile number 2. And to welcome change in your life by also making a change within yourself and your outside world. The sooner you accept change, the sooner you make a difference in your life that attracts blessings towards you. Pile number 2, sorry. So you were attracted to the green Aventurine, and that goes hand in hand with what we're seeing in your cards. We're seeing the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. We're seeing very fortunate times coming ahead, ending this sad cycle, bringing a new beginning with it, and causing a time for celebration. But we do see with the moth here, like we noticed, the moth energy is, what's the word? Hasty or impulsive. And we do understand right away, it's coming right next to recognition. We see here that Spirit is saying, your pain is recognized, it is seen, and it is absolutely normal and natural to as a first reaction to hate change, to feel the burn, to feel the sadness. That is absolutely okay. In fact, I see Spirit really showing their love and showing that the future is coming with something amazing. But along with allowing yourself to mourn it, also allow yourself to be empowered by it, to learn the lesson that is coming from it, the gift that is coming out of these times, and to stand up strong again with the Page of Swords, making notes on what to learn from this situation, how to deal with it better the next time, how to get out of it and change your fortune and luck into something much better. And know that with every change, there is a direction or a development in some sort of future dream or hope that you want to realize. It is a gift in disguise, pile number 2. And while it feels bitter and very hard to accept or hear in the beginning, the sooner you move towards that change and accept it, the sooner your luck changes, the sooner you realize your dreams, pile number 2. And so I see Spirit inviting you to make a new beginning for yourself, a new pact, a new deal with yourself, of starting to recollect the things that felt that they have fallen apart, and to see what you can make out of it, and to bring back that internal beautiful passion of yours, pile number 2, and to stand up strong like the King of Wands, feeling that you will only rely on yourself, be independent of anything outside of you, and that you will make your life and your dreams come true, your life happy, and that your dreams will come true. It's all in your hands. And you will see that soon enough you will realize that this was a great gift, that one day you will even be thanking fate and luck that things turned out the way it is. Perhaps if this is also a loss of a loved one, you will find that you will always be connected to them, and that they're there with you, pushing you towards achieving what you want. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because of the 3 of Cups here. So perhaps this is a loved one that passed away that will always be collaborating with you. If that is not the case, know that you will be celebrating something amazing soon. You'll be realizing great things and big dreams because of this situation, pile number 2. So make a change, make use of it. Always accept change. Know that there is a blessing at the end of it. or yeah, and the end of it could be a short path or a long path. This depends on your choice, pile number 2, on how long it takes you to accept it, to mourn it, and to not get into the victim cycle of reliving it, but rather to see, okay, what are we going to do about it now? It burns, it's not okay. There could be challenges because of it, but little by little, you bring yourself out of it and create something marvelous by changing your mindset first and foremost. With the change comes change in mindset. Do you remember, pile number 2, that infamous book, Who Moved My Cheese? And we see 2 types of mice partners, where one type cries over the cheese, continues to hold on, doesn't want to move on, even though it's very clear that it's ending, has dreams and remembers the past, talks about it, relives it, and just doesn't want to move. And the other pair, they accept that the cheese is ending, they accept that this is their home that they've created around it is ending. They pick up their shoes and go through the maze and find, sooner than everyone else, their new beautiful tower of cheese that they find was maybe even much bigger than the cheese that they originally found in the beginning. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise, where maybe we all don't like change. We all don't like change. In fact, we're wired to create routines, to have things stable so that we're able to build in other areas of our lives. But when change happens, always learn, pile number 2, to welcome change into your life. That's exactly what's written on your card. Welcome it. The sooner you accept it, the sooner you start taking action, you start thinking about it cerebrally or pragmatically is the right word. Make plans, make a move instead of living the cycle, and you will find that you will be celebrating that wonderful decision very soon, pile number 2. So pile number 2, that was your reading. Such a wise reading. I've learned a lot from your reading, pile number 2, and I am wishing you all the best of luck in your journey. May you always be blessed and happy. Remember, the times are changing, fate is changing, and you're about to receive an amazing gift very soon, pile number 2. I hope you heed the call, and if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell so that you are notified as soon as a video is uploaded. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book could really help you out in your journey of being productive and manifesting your dreams. Through being productive. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but really it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. If you find this to be useful and this is what you're looking for, this book holds true to its promise. You'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And there's an audiobook now that I've narrated pretty recently. If you enjoy that, I know I love audiobooks. And pile number 2, it was such a pleasure connecting with you and doing this reading for you. And I wish you nothing but the best in your life. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye, my beautiful souls. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Mookayte Jasper, as well this very beautiful card by a Sufi writer in mysticism called Ansari. Simple pleasures, look for the beauty that is all around you. Let's take a look at your cards, pile number 3, and find out what Spirit's advice is on how to navigate smoothly and quickly through your challenge. So you have full moon in water, with fulfillment. Isn't this beautiful? Let me adjust that. It kind of goes really nicely with Ansari's writing, but let's get more information. You have the wolf. Love the wolf. Okay. We're seeing loyalty, maybe being responsible and the head of your pack. We'll find out. You have the journey. What an interesting card. Little baby steps. Okay. Now let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have Justice starting off your reading. You have the Emperor. Wow. 2 major arcanas already. You have the 4 of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. The King of Swords. The Death card. You have the 3 of Swords. You know, in the Victorian era, they used to use the hair of the loved ones as a relic to keep them as a memory forever. It was something that they've done that was very common. It was a common practice. You have the Ace of Cups. Don't know why I wanted to say that. You have the 5 of Wands. Okay. So what is Spirit's advice for you, pile number 3? So pile number 3, what I'm seeing here, especially with the wolf and so many other cards, is that your advice here is about a challenge at work. Perhaps things are a little tight in terms of finances. I do see that you have been on a journey, taking it step by step, but it has been a long time with the relic here that something has happened. I see you waiting. It almost feels like it's dead. And so I see you at a point where you don't know which way to navigate. You're not sure because you have been on a long road. You've been trying hard, but it still looks tight. It still looks like things are moving, almost not moving even. And so you are looking for fulfillment, and you have so much potential with the King of Swords and the Emperor here. We see that you are someone who's very experienced, very skilled, a savvy person. And what you're not seeing here, pile number 3, is Spirit's advice to you. We do see 4 pentacles here, and we see one of them being presented here. This is showing me, pile number 3, that you're being advised to take from the advantages that you have from this current thing that you're doing, to plant a new seed and water it. Here's why. No, first let me tell you what I mean by take from the from what you have. So these could be finances that you've saved a little bit from your current job. So maybe you are advised to invest a little bit from it into perhaps doing something something that you have an idea for, planting something new that you have in mind. Or it could be using some of the success. Maybe you have your own business and you have people following. Perhaps some type of people will be interested in following you in another idea. Or to use some of your time, to invest some of your precious time, to invest it in something. We do overall anyways see Spirit advising you to open up your mind, to see something else along with what you're doing. There's a struggle here. Why? Because we have the Emperor, and as much as the Emperor is experienced, knows how to get things done, creates big empires, the downfall of the Emperor, especially that it's coming in conjunction with death, is that what could end all this huge power is sometimes not opening up your mind to seeing new ways of doing things, not opening up your mind to creativity. An emperor has a system, knows how things are done, has the experience to do it, and follows a systematic way of doing things. And as amazing as that could be, that's just the way of the King of Swords as well. The struggle here is that it's not working at this stage. Despite the fact that you've been on a long journey, you're very business savvy, you're loyal to what you're doing. But at this stage of your life, we see an advice of you doing things in a different way. There's a stop and look at it from another way. Now, to change something that you have been building, or to change the way that you've gotten used to things, is not easy. And that's why you have the advice here from Ansari: simple pleasures. Look for beauty that is all around you. There's the advice of accepting the process and enjoying the process of regrowth. Keep what is important to you. I see that you hold it dearly to you. Don't let it go. But also realize the downfall. Realize that you don't want to be stagnant either, pile number 3. And hence, because of that, we see the advice of planting something new. And let everything take its course, pile number 3. Sometimes it's not about the huge, big fulfillment and the end result. Sometimes, if we feel like days are going by before we know it, we're not getting what we want, we're looking forward to something big, we're waiting for that course, remember that it can be because we forget to be aware and attentive to the smaller pleasures in life. And so don't just be attached to the end result, but enjoy your journey, enjoy the beautiful things that you are blessed with the little wins, the little steps that you create, because overall it's a journey that you are meant to take. And sometimes, pile number 3, things are so closed up, the doors are so stubbornly closed, not because they're not meant to work, but because maybe you are advised to look at another door, another way of doing something. It's inviting you to shift attention towards something else that you may be out of stubbornness not looking at, because you're very and stubborn here is not meant in any bad form. It's just that you're very adamant about achieving something, and that's amazing. You have the wolf energy here. That is part of the greatness of who you are. And so Spirit's advice is advising you to shift perspective a little bit. Continue to do what means a lot to you, what is important to you, all whilst opening up your mind to perhaps it may not be another thing altogether. It may be a different way of doing something. To continue what you're doing, maybe market for it, or maybe plant a new service or a product or something or the other. To open up your mind to look towards a different way of doing something is what I see in your message, pile number 3. Also, with the 5 of Wands, as you work, don't let voices discourage you. Always know that there is divine timing for everything. Let it take its course, and bring out the internal confusion and manifest it into something amazing. These voices are there for a reason. They're there to tell you something is not working. And so sometimes we need to listen to these old voices and take the feedback, not to listen to the advice of these voices. Maybe the advice is to let go, negative voices saying it's not going to work. Not this type of conclusions, but to listen why there are voices in the first place. What are they trying to say? And what am I not listening to? What warning am I not listening to? It's not about ending things, but rather about beginning new things, to do things in a different way, to transform and shift things. Pile number 3. And I'm going to pick up your tarot cards, and I will try to get more information for you in terms of what you can do differently, exactly than what you are doing today. So what can pile number 3 do differently, please? What can pile number 3 do differently? Okay, so you have the Lovers card. You have the 6 of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Swords. You have the 2 of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles right up top, the King of Swords. This is significant when it comes to the advice we're looking at. You also have the 6 of Cups and the Emperor lining up right under the Emperor. But we see the old Emperor. I'll get to that. So what we're clearly seeing here is passion. We see that perhaps because of the stagnant energy, maybe your heart has closed and it's very hard for you to move. It's very painful. And so we see the advice of moving back to the energy of being passionate. You're a wonderful business person, and that's by enjoying the little pleasures, detaching yourself from the voices that are telling you it's not happening, and to go back to enjoying what you're doing. Let it take its course. And the 6 of Pentacles, you know, it's not just an energy of give and take. It's also an energy of giving to the needy. And so this is making me feel, get the message of love what you do, love the giving, and it will give you back. Love the giving, and it will give you back. There is, with the 4 of Swords, something died. This fun, loving energy died, and it needs to be revived back up. And that's what the 6 of Cups is really showing us here. We see an Emperor and the 6 of Cups showing, go back to the old Emperor that you were. The Emperor that was very passionate about what they're doing, had a goal, and that's why you moved quite quickly in the beginning. Go back into this fun, loving energy, and things will be working out. That's why you have the simple pleasures. And enjoy the little steps and the little goals. Enjoy every step of the way. I'm seeing with the 2 of Pentacles, step by step. Many steps will create huge success. And once you stop what you're doing, reconsider things, make a different action plan that is in alignment with what you want, but see how you can do things differently. You will really be changing here your stagnant path, and realize that things take momentum, is the word I'm looking for, momentum to build up. So enjoy the little steps, knowing that you're on the right direction, and soon enough these little steps will turn into huge success. Pile number 3. That's what I'm seeing here. There is a strong message of enjoying the journey. This way you keep the energy flowing. You go back to the fun energy and the loving energy you had. Open up your mind to a new idea and see how you can implement it little by little. Enjoy these little steps, and soon enough, pile number 3, we see that this is a reading about how to quickly and smoothly go through your challenge. And this is the way I see Spirit advising you to do it. Pile number 3. Always remember that little by little, a little becomes a lot. So all the best of luck, pile number 3. May you always be successful. Don't worry, my dear pile number 3. You're really just being invited to look in a different way. Have a look, pile number 3. You might be surprised. I'm sure with someone like you that is so savvy, you're going to reach amazing heights. Pile number 3, wishing you all the best of luck. This was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Always remember that sometimes a closed door is a blessing in disguise. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell so that you are notified as soon as a video is uploaded. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3. This book could really help you out with your journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but really it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, please make sure to check it out in the link down in the description box. There's also now an audiobook for that book. If you love audiobooks like me, that's also available. And pile number 3, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you, for someone as savvy as you. I wish you all the best of luck, and I know you're reaching great heights. All the best of luck, pile number 3, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.